Hey there, welcome back to episode 2 of War Pages. Yeah, I know it's been a little while. Uh, Sorry about that. In terms of news, things have been a little slow. Obviously, not in the real world, but at least in terms of pop culture. This week, Kevin Feige, head of Marvel Studios, gave an interview with Collider, mainly promoting the new WandaVision show that's hitting this Friday. Talking about the upcoming slate. The way he talks about things, he's looking at things about 5-6 years in the future. That's great and all. They have all kinds of plans. They're not ruling out the Avengers. They're probably going to incorporate more of the Disney Plus shows into the Disney Cinematic Universe, which would be, nice to have everything tie in, unlike when we had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Cloak and Dagger and Runaways, and where they were tied in just very, very loosely. These shows are going to be more, get that mesh that we really want to see, because, when you read Marvel Comics, everything is kind of tied together. So to have that in with the TV shows now is really going to be, a huge plus. One of the more positive things out of there is the fact that they're working on Daredevil 3. Ryan Reynolds is back, and from what Feige said, he's one of the people working on the script. Reynolds is, and they aren't going to shy away for a R rating. They say that now, but hopefully they don't, so we'll see what happens. I'm trying to keep optimistic about that. So this is a good thing. Some of the bad things, though, is once again how vague Feige is about the X-Men as a property. One of the biggest complaints when the movies were at Fox, other than the fact that a lot of them sucked, other than the first couple of them, is that people wanted to have the X-Men films incorporated into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, they kept bashing these films. And yes, a lot of them were bashable, but yes, for the most part. But he doesn't seem to have any interest in bringing the X-Men to the forefront, which I know fans are desperately wanting to have. Before the Avengers became popular, it was the X-Men that were Marvel's bread and butter, any way you want to slice that. When the Avengers actually became popular is when writer Brian Michael Bendis took over and added 2 ringers to the Avengers lineup, which was Spider-Man and Wolverine. You can slice it any way you want, but you read those stories, and those 2 guys were really, for the most part, shoehorned in there. Took other writers and took some time to make the Avengers, this more popular team, but, it's still the X-Men that carried this company for the longest time. And because at the time Fox had the rights, they got all pissy, and, it's stories are, ridiculous. You can look back at the history about how, Disney and Marvel sabotage pretty much licensing and everything else when it came to anything with the X-Men. Fantastic Four, too. But unlike the X-Men, it seems like the Fantastic Four are on the plate. I don't understand what Feige's issue is with the X-Men. He has said before that he doesn't feel it's the right time. He said things like, people have had, need a break from the X-Men. And I'm like, no, we need a good X-Men film. I mean, there's a lot of things we need a break from, but we just want a good X-Men film. And there are so many possibilities in the way to do this. Whether they explore it or not, we'll just have to see. But, I, for one, curious where everything is going at. Still, like my complaint about last time in these these COVID days, the fact that, again, we're looking at a summer release, if we're lucky, for Black Widow is, again, ridiculous. Release it on the platform, on the Disney Plus platform already. This is not fair to anybody. Nobody should have to risk their lives to see a movie in the movie theater, especially with today's technology. But hey, that's my 2 cents. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, drop a line, let me know what you think, and remember to hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot. See you next time.